Hi, I'm Tetsuro, and this is the Tinbot, aka ARTISAN, aka KOLLTER. So ignore the stickers. This is the Tinbot ES1 Pro. Big thanks to Motorino for lending me this test bike for a couple of days. Because it is a test bike, it does have some wear and tear, but I think you'll agree it is a beautiful bike. The ShiggyMoto style seat is narrow and quite firm. You wouldn't want it to be any more firm. Up front, it has adjustable upside down forks and CBS, a combined braking system. Grabbing that right lever activates front and rear disc brakes simultaneously, which are very responsive. Plus, it's regenerative. In the back, it has a belt drive, front and rear tubeless tires, 17-inch aluminum mag wheels. The rear suspension is a tunable monoshock. Tinbot has the same ground clearance as the Zero FX and the KTM Freeride electric motorbikes, which means speed bumps, potholes, even logs will be absolutely no problem at all. Eco mode extends your range all the way up to 130 clicks. Drive is city mode, maxing out your speed at 65 kilometers an hour with over 100 kilometers of range. And in sport mode, you'll be unleashed at nearly 100 kilometers an hour. This is a state-of-the-art axial flux motor. With 5,100 RPM, you're going to have instant torque at any speed, beating most gas bikes in terms of sheer acceleration. Speaking of which, let's go for a ride. Now, one of the most fun things you can do on any motorcycle is to take along a passenger. So the first thing I did was to buy an extra helmet for my wife from a local motorcycle shop. And the reason I wanted to take along a passenger is because you're always hearing about the superior torque of electric motorcycles versus gas-powered bikes. And I figured some of you might be thinking, well, of course your Tinbot is zippy. Look at you, Tetsuro. You're not exactly a big guy. And it's true. I'm 5'8", 173 centimeters, but my boots are flat on the ground on this Tinbot. I'm 150 pounds, or 69 kilograms, a welterweight. But for the sake of all you heavyweights out there, we are doubling up. So even though my dear wife weighs less than me, with 8 pounds worth of helmets, plus our boots, plus all our riding gear together, we are tipping the scale at well over 300 pounds. I figure at that weight, not only are we effectively simulating a pretty hefty weight, but also, I'm guessing there's not a whole lot of you out there who weigh more than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who are going to be in the market for the equivalent of a 250cc bike. Still, what better way to stress test torque than to ride up Oak Street? With a 22% grade, this concrete hill we're about to climb is a bit of San Francisco right here in Vancouver. So if this here Tinbot ends up bursting into flames, it's going to be a pretty short ride. And back to real time. Now, I don't know if you can see here, but I am barely twisting the throttle. This bike has plenty of power to spare. I realize I'm not going very fast here, but I couldn't open her up only because it just wouldn't be safe with the possibility of oncoming traffic from side streets. So suffice it to say, Tinbot offers plenty of hill climbing power. I couldn't even get close to feeling the limit of the torque. So very impressive on steep hills, even fully loaded. Now, perhaps the most useful feature of the Tinbot is the fact that the batteries are removable. It comes in a dual cell configuration. That means there are not one, but 2 batteries beneath the seat. You can't really see the second one, but trust me, it is there, and they are daisy chained. They weigh about 11 kilograms or 24 pounds each, light enough to allow you to pull out and lug around without hurting your back. And this is super useful if you want to charge indoors, but it also helps future-proof your bike. Say you have a problem with one pack, you can easily replace that one pack instead of the whole battery unit. To reconnect, simply push and click. And for the smaller cable, once again, you simply have to push and click. Slide it forward, and there you have it. Another option you have is keyless ignition. So as long as you have the RFD fob nearby, all you have to do is press the big blue button and your nice big LCD screen comes to life. The 15 amp charger is a standalone unit weighing in at 7.5 pounds, which means it is not built into the bike. But if you can commute to work and all the way back on a single charge, you are golden. However, if you wish to go further afield and charge when you get there, you're going to need a backpack to carry this. And now for the ultimate test. How does the Tinbot fare on the highway with a passenger? We're here in North Vancouver, about to get on the upper levels highway. And if you watch the altimeter on the left-hand side of the screen, we will be ascending. So this is the perfect stress test to suss out the Tinbot's upper limits. So here I have the throttle pretty much pinned, and as you can see on the altimeter, we just hit the apex, and as we begin to decline, no surprise, we're gonna have a slight increase in speed, and as you'll see, we're gonna hit 95 kilometers an hour or 60 miles an hour. That is about as fast as we can go on the Tinbot on the highway with a passenger. And as much as I would love to ride all the way up to Squamish, I'm feeling a wee bit of range anxiety, so time to turn these two wheels around. As you can see in the upper left-hand corner, that yellow GPS line has traced my path, and so we're about to loop around and head back to the city. So here on the highway is the only time you're ever going to feel the upper limits of the Tinbot. So if your daily commute involves mostly highways, then the Tinbot is not for you. If, however, you're not a nervous Nelly and you want to hop on the highway now and again, you can do it. You will not be causing a bottleneck of cars behind you. You can keep up with traffic, but to be clear, you're not going to be using the passing lane either, which may not sound like a big deal, but let's face it. If you're in someone's blind spot, you always want to have the option to be able to zoom on out of there. The upside? No speeding tickets. As for handling, it's very lightweight at 124 kilograms or 273 pounds. Combine that with the short wheelbase plus wide handlebars, and you have steering that is light and quick. Bottom line, this is an unintimidating bike and very easy to control. With no clutch or gearbox, the Tinbot is pure twist and go, very flickable, making it the perfect bike to ride around Stanley Park or the city. But with all that electric torque available to you, not only is the Tinbot nippy and nimble on the street, but off-road as well. That's right, this is a true dual-purpose electric motorcycle. So if you want to ride out of the city and hit the trails and turn this supermoto into a silent enduro, Tinbot offers an off-road kit, which is a second set of spoked wheels sporting knobby tires for $500 Canadian. Should you get this bike? Well, if riding a motorcycle is on your bucket list, then yes, you should consider the Tinbot. You know, a lot of people fail their motorcycle skills test the first time out, and it's no wonder. Left hand clutch, right hand front brake, right foot rear brake, left foot to shift gears. Is it 5 or is it 6? And that's just moving in a straight line. On the Tinbot, you have none of that. Just twist and go. Simple as a scooter. So if you're a first-time rider, there is no easier way to get on a motorcycle. Get the limited speed motorcycle. And if you're already a gas bike enthusiast and you already have your motorcycle license and you're looking about getting a second bike, well, get the Pro version. This is the perfect way to get around town. I mean, 50 cents to charge. 120 kilometers, that equals about 2 cents a kilometer. Tinbot's best feature is its price, which is a mere fraction of a Zero or a Harley-Davidson Livewire. So instead of spending 40 grand on one bike, you could buy a whole fleet of Tinbots and start your own electric motorcycle gang. Plus, it's eligible for all government rebates, and it comes in any color you want, so long as you want black. I'm Tetsuro Shigematsu, here on ShiggyMoto. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, ride safely, my friends.